Oh, good morning. It's the next day, obviously, after I did that thing about the 1526. I looked at the video and I guess I'm quick to argue my points. I don't know why I have to do that. I just do. It's just me living my life, and that's what I'm saying. I kind of want to apologize this in some way about saying there's a mad rush to make money. I get that life. At one point in my life, I was out there, running hard, and I had my own trucking company, and I lived pretty well. But that's probably why I don't want to do that anymore. I just saw it's all you're doing, and I just didn't enjoy it anymore. But I get it. I don't want you to think that I think everybody should live this way, because not everybody's going to want to live this way. Simply, many people would think that I'm poor. Money-wise, I am. But I don't think I'm poor. I get to come here every day. I get to drive around on tractors. It's just me, so I do apologize if I offended anybody about saying, you're just wasting your life. I don't know if I said that, but I'm not. So anyway, I just wanted to say this is my life, the way I do things, the way I want to live, and that's it. It's just, I hope that you watch, because it's just me doing things. It's just me doing these things, and I hope that you enjoy the videos. I think I was responding to, a comment that time is money thing, and I pretty much don't look at it that way anymore. That's all. And so I apologize. I'm excited about the things that are coming, and I want to enjoy this. That's all there is to it. There's nothing more than that. I just want to enjoy this, and why I film everything that I think about, I don't know. I just do. It's just kind of fun. It's like explaining. It's like the camera is somebody sometimes, and you're explaining things that you're thinking about, and it's pretty much it. It's not always an action. It's just sometimes words of me talking about this stuff. Yeah. And I also wanted to say, Mr. Teddy Bear, yeah, he brought up a point to me in a comment that the mini round bales have been around for quite a while, especially in Europe, Italy, and the reason they do that is because of their land. They don't have wide open spaces like we do here in America, so they use, and their land is more hilly, so they use the mini round balers so they can use their smaller tractors and get around in close quarters. So they have been around a while, but that's exactly where I started watching, especially the Abriata baler. well-built Italian machine. I studied that for way before I even came here on this farm. I always dreamed of doing this, so I liked watching those videos. I studied them. So what I should have said was that for America, and especially here where I live, you know, I haven't seen one of them, and so it will be an innovative thing here, not necessarily in the world. They have been around, and so he made the point to me, and I did know that. I just was thinking about, again, me here in this area. They, you know, the big farms have, well, you know, again, it goes back to the time is money thing. The farms, you just want to cut your hay, and how fast can you get it in? And they came up with these big balers and the big round bales, and you just go out there and collect it and get it in the barns, and that's the way we are. A lot of it is that way. And the odd thing is, I watch a guy, because I was a truck driver, I still watch a lot of videos, and one of the guys I watch is Intermodal Trucker up in Wisconsin. I like that guy, but in one of his videos he actually talked about homesteading, and even he recognizes the fact that these big corporate farms are taking over the farms here, and so there's a movement in smaller farms again for some of the people, because these big farms, they cannot feed the neighborhood anymore. They're just doing big land, and they sell their crops to corporations. The milk goes, and they're not selling it to the neighbor. So a lot of people are becoming homesteaders. They're growing their own stuff. They're finding ways to make their own gardens. Jassel Farms up there in Canada, look at him. He's using land right around his house. He's becoming a little farm there, and it's pretty cool. And he even said it's a movement, and if he, so I'm not the only one who's thinking that. There's a lot of people, and a lot of people who have their own their animals and things like that. They don't always have the land like I have, that I can get my hands on here, and so that's why I want to do hay, because I can sell hay to the smaller little homesteads around, people who have horses. The guy across the street has donkeys. He has to buy hay. I can supply him. You get it? It's like, it's a movement, and there's a lot of homesteaders saying they don't want to buy all that processed food in the grocery stores, and you really want to buy meat and everything from Walmart. It's like, where'd that come from? Where is my cereal coming from? What's in my cereal? Read some of the ingredients on some of these cereal boxes, and you're going to be surprised at what kind of junk that's in there. GMO processed junk. So there's a lot of movement going on. I told you about yesterday how we are going to take care of the potatoes. We'll be spreading goat manure on them, and that's the fertilizer. Cultivating, so we're not having to spray herbicides on it. And as far as the bugs go, you just get rid of them by the heat, by the flame. It's just that way. And if you think it's cruel, well, how cruel is it to spray a chemical that man has created on them to kill them? Plus that pesticide, the herbicide, is on the plant. that herbicide, the pesticide, goes into the ground, and then your roots collect that stuff, and it goes into your potato, your vegetables, or whatever you're growing. That goes into your food. You know, the roots aren't just, you know, picking and choosing. They're in the ground, and they're grabbing what they can for nutrients. And if a herbicide is coming into the ground, it's sucking that up. So there's a movement, and I'm just in that. I want to be in this, and if I can create a little bit of money on the side of this, you know, obviously what I'm trying to do, some money to, you know, keep this farm going, I'll be happy, and supply hay to some of these people around here, and supply potatoes to a few restaurants around here, and it's all natural stuff, and they like it. So thank you, Mr. Teddy Bear again, for you know, pointing that out to me. I should have, you know, I'm just sometimes quick to the tongue here, and I get excited about things, and I'm really, all right, this is what I got to say. And so again, apologize to anybody that was offended for saying, you know, this is the way to live. This is the way I want to live. And I know time is money to a lot of people, and I get it. It is. You know, their life is their life. I only can control mine. I can't control nobody else's. I don't want to. I like being alone, doing things on on this farm, and I'm always usually by myself. I enjoy it. So, you know, and also, you know, my fiance, Mary Ellen, she works hard. She's in that corporate world, and she gets it. She has to work hard, but she's doing it just so this farm can survive. You know, I know she's a wonderful person, and so she's on that clock too. Last night she came home and said her boss was being a jerk, and she was actually a little bit in tears about it. And so that's what I don't want. You know, I don't want her to be in that world either. I'd love to be able to say, one day you can come here. Maybe that can happen. I don't know. But that's the corporate world. You know, people are in a hurry and mean, and you know, her boss is a $200,000 a year man, and you know, that's all they think about, money. You know, how do I look? And I don't want that. Look at me. This is me, and that's what I'm trying to say here. So anyway, today I'm gonna get in here and get these chores done again, and also today will be the last day I really use the GC 1720. I gotta pump water for the goats, and I'll probably run it again, but only really to get it onto, you know, well, it'll come out here, and that's where they're going to come and get it with a truck. So that'll be, like I said, bittersweet. But today it will be its last function, official function on the farm, is to pump water. So it was a good tractor. It really is. I wouldn't tell anybody not to buy one of those. It really works hard. All right, catch up with you. So you can see, I'm making one of my deliveries. It's back between those two buildings, the restaurants, and the building behind us. It's tight, you know. What I want to do is get one of those two-wheel carts, you know, a hand cart, and have it so, because I just delivered 350 pounds there, and that ain't light after you get you know, you get your, I'm trying to pay attention to traffic. Once he's going to get a lot busier summertime, he said there'd be 2 deliveries a week probably of, but I just delivered 350 pounds, so it might be up to about 500 pounds when it comes down to it. So getting a 2-wheel cart is the thing to do, because even the other restaurant, the Valley Inn, right now she's ordering 150, so she could get up to around 300 pounds. Even busier sometimes in the summer for her. Right now, she's in a spot where it's more of a highway. He's in town here, but in the summertime, that road that she's on is very heavily traveled. So, and a lot of people vacationers and what have you, going to the Apple Fests, and she can get heavy, and she could be up to 500 pounds. That's nice for me. So I just wanted to show you. I have to make my deliveries, and also I'm heading out to another farm where I pick up oats for the goats. Oats for the goats. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there. I'll see ya. Alright, I'm here. I'm not going to tell the names of these places, but here at the farm. See little Johnny back there. Picked up 2 bags of oats. They're going to the farm for me, from my farm, and heading back home. So, and then I'm going to pump water. I believe that will probably be the last chore I do with a GC 1720. Let's go do her. Well, she's running. I pump the water. See if I can get everything. Windy, always windy. Sorry. Dragging the pump. So it's not an important task, not a big thing to pump water. But for me, I'm recording it. It's because it's its last test for me. If you're wondering about what they're going to do when they take this, they're going to take this tractor and they're taking all the lights. It's going to have the 1526 won't have a cab, but they're going to put the halogen lights on the ROPS bar for the front, and 2 for the back. And they're also going to move my electric from this one to that one, so I can pump water and have that for that pump. They're also moving that. And they're also going to load those tires on the 1526, so I have some extra weight. So it's its last pass, nothing big. I know that you don't care too much when I'm doing this, but just to film it, doing it, it's last test for me, is what I wanted.